Hey YouTube, I was going to do a little speculating. It's time for the speculator. It's time for the speculator. It's time for the speculator. Hey, if nobody else is gonna laugh, I'll laugh at my own stuff. That cracked me up. So, a little speculating. I was waiting for the sun to come back out. There's a bunch of clouds over here. So, I see that we are very close to a yes or a no. Don't you find man, I wish this thing would quit glitching. Don't you find the timing all this pretty dang convincing or convenient or, odd alignments? So the green screen's just too much right here and I ain't moving. So, tomorrow night, Sunday evening, is when, Trump's given his deadline. And I think that Hamas is trying to call a bluff and see if Trump is bluffing. But the issue is they know that Trump sent B-2s into Iran and that Trump is not a bluffer. Previous administrations, whether it was Biden or, even Obama, he said there would be red lines and then there was no action on the red lines. But Trump doesn't do that. So I think a lot of people are skeptical about Hamas taking a full acceptance of this thing. At this point, it's all speculation. Like I said, the speculator. The timing of this, that Sunday evening is when they want a final answer from Hamas. And, Trump says, no negotiations, all bets are off. So it's, I don't know. Take it or, I don't know. I think, personally, that Hamas will take the deal, even if they're not serious about it, and then try to find some way around it. And then everybody's going to say peace and safety. That's just my speculation at the moment. It's either that or Israel goes in and just, continues what has been and has been. Now, the timing of this, don't you find it pretty dang interesting that we had the entire world looking at, the rapture, September 23rd, 24th. We had New York Post post it, and they have an audience of 200 million people. We had Rapture Talk. TikTok had full coverage of it. We had Daily Mail UK cover it. We had the message went global. And what I personally think happened was that God was separating the real watchers that want to meet Jesus from the people that just want, a quick ticket out of here or just see something cool. And, exposed hearts. Hearts are exposed. We see now who the mockers and scoffers are, who the ones were that were only halfway about it. And then we see the ones that are really just wanting to see Jesus. I still believe Joshua and the other lady, the South African lady with the name that I can't pronounce. She had visions about the calendar. I believe that Bro Scott's revelation about the Julian calendar is true. Now, the Gregorian calendar came in 1582. And in the book of Revelation, God talks about Mystery Babylon, and all that stuff lines up with the Vatican Church. Do you think that God honors a calendar put in place by the Vatican, by the Pope, by the Catholic Church, that he calls Mystery Babylon? I'm not buying it. So if God put the sun, moon, and stars in the sky for signs and for seasons, God is counting moon phases. God isn't counting Pope calendars and Vatican calendars. There's more than enough evidence that people have put out saying that the month begins on the new moon. I'm not going to rehash all that here. And I am still watching October 6th and 7th as a Julian calendar observance of the Feast of Trumpets. And until those dates are passed, I will not back off on that. Now, if that somehow goes past, then, I've got to trash the whole thing and rethink everything, because then the entire body, that prayed for confirmations somehow missed it. I'm not even going to talk about it right now. I'm looking at 6th and 7th. I'm believing for the 6th and 7th. And you're telling me that the peace deal is supposed to come to a head just the evening before it, and we're not looking at this as something serious? You've already got the mark of the beast infrastructure in place. You've already got the alien narrative in place. You've already got everything in place. So, I don't know. That's all I'm going to say right now. I think that they're going to come to some kind of deal, and it's going to be enough that God's going to say, well, that's it. Here we go. I keep thinking back to the Essenes. Tom Horn talked about the Essenes. They're related to the Dead Sea Scrolls. They got the first coming of Jesus Christ perfect. They say that this year is when it changes again. There's so many evidences. I mean, we've had more than enough time to study that. So that's where I'm at. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens Monday. But I'm going to be looking up, because I'm not giving my crown up for anybody. I guess that's all I got to say for right now.